All right, bro. You ready? This is the start of the rest of our lives. All right,
Let's go.
let's go. All right, I'm Andrew from Tampa, Florida. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle and Florida State fan.
I'm Dez. I'm also a Florida State fan. Definitely not an Eagles fan. I'm a Patriots fan. So yeah, we'll see how this goes.
And we're those guys talking about football. Those football guys. That was clutch. All right, so
Yeah.
first things first. We're just going to talk about some things, some simple things. We are not going to edit any of these videos. They're just going to go straight from the recording device straight to YouTube, and then we're just going to go from there. It's not anything crazy, no edits, no fancy features, just two dudes talking about football, which we do every day anyways, right?
Just guys being dudes, man.
Just guys being dudes, exactly. We do this anyways, and we've been talking about doing this for years now, a couple years now, and just finally think that starting the new season, and especially with the new kickoff rule, we should also start something new, and that's going to be this podcast. So let's kind of get into it a little bit. What are your thoughts on this new kickoff rule?
So I haven't had a ton of thoughts because you just explained it to me 3 minutes ago, but it sounds interesting. I mean, obviously, player safety is at the forefront of Roger Goodell's mind. I mean, if he has a mind, we don't really know. But yeah, it's interesting. I assume it's. I mean, like I said, it's gonna promote player safety. I think it's also somehow gonna lead to more points. I mean, it's all about the points lately, and last year was kind of an anomaly. There wasn't. I think it was a pretty. I don't know what the percentage was, but it was a down year for scoring, and can't have that 2 years in a row. So yeah, they're getting I don't want to say desperate, but they're looking to spice things up a little bit.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, no, the biggest thing was that last year it was the lowest percentage of kickoff returns in like the history of the NFL. So they definitely want that back and everything like that. But I think it's going to lead to some electric players that we usually don't see on special teams being on special teams. Like, I'd be very surprised if we don't see like a Tyreek Hill back there at least once or twice this year. And imagine,
for sure. I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, as a dynasty owner myself of him, I think he should be there. I think he should be returning every kickoff, even if it increases the risk for injury. I mean, he's just that electric. He makes that much of a difference. I mean, I'll never forget. I don't know if you remember this, but the play against the Cowboys at the end of the half. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
It was like 5-6 years ago. Basically, they're at the 50-yard line. There's like 3 seconds left, so it's like.
Oh, they just bombed it up to him?
They threw like a screen to him, and he just juked out the entire defense. Like,
Jesus.
And they were just in prevent defense. Like, it was like it was like one of the most impressive plays I've ever seen. Seriously, like only a handful of guys can do it. That being Tyreek Hill. So yeah, I mean, we'll hopefully see some Tyreek Hills back there, some Justin Jeffersons. Put the rock in the best playmaker's hands.
I feel like you have to. But as far as this goes, though, I don't know if you heard. Oh, God, I can't think of his name. The Browns running back during practice. I sent it in the group chat.
You sent it, yeah. Deontay Foreman, he had to get stabilized.
Yeah, and that was because of this kickoff.
Yeah, so that's
they're
0 for
really,
good start.
Dude, not a good start. But I mean, I don't know, man. I'm all for player safety. Obviously, some of these players, they go through some things, the CTE and everything like that. Antonio Brown.
Yeah, dude.
But it's like, dude, I mean, kickoffs, man. Like, obviously it was a long, long time ago, but like Devin Hester returning all those, and he just got in the Hall of Fame for that.
Just got in the Hall of Fame. I was just gonna say, yeah.
And returning.
I'll never forget that.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'll never. Yeah, the Super Bowl, the opening kickoff.
Opening kickoff, man. It's just
that game, the Falcons. Those were the two that bookend returns for him.
Yep, and it's going to be good to I think the person who holds the record, Cordell Patterson, because as soon as they announced this new kickoff, Pittsburgh signed him within like minutes.
Yeah, he's Yeah, another thing I'll never forget. I'll never forget that sweet camera angle of him like
Yeah.
returning one on the Bears. That was sick. Cordero was a great. He was a great Patriot. He did a lot for us,
How
and
many? He's been on like 6 teams now. Jeez.
yeah, he's been on 16s. But those kick returners bounce around, dude.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, they just it's an easy position to like not an easy position to fill, but it's a glaring need, and you can just kind of plug and place them. So
I feel that 100%, 100%. But man, I can't. It's close. I mean, Florida State here plays in 20 days in
dude,
Ireland.
yeah, 18 days. Yeah, I can't believe I'm not going to this game.
For
I'm
real.
300% Irish and went to Florida State University. But next time if there
If
won't
they
be a
ever
next
play
time,
there again,
next
dude,
time.
trust. I know.
Yeah.
I know because I have a friend that's getting married that weekend, or not that weekend, but I have a friend that's getting married, and I wanted her to have our bachelorette party in Ireland for this reason. I was pushing it
I
so
would.
hard.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. That would have been all time, but
I
oh well.
I know. Instead, she's like, I want to go to South Carolina.
Yeah,
What about
it's just
Ireland?
come on, bro.
For real. But yeah, going into the season here, God, man, divisions, dude. The AFC North is, I think, the hardest division to pick right now. 100%.
When you said we're picking divisions, the AFC North was the first one that came to mind because I mean,
Of a winner?
well, now all four teams from a division can make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
The 7 teams. So we could see that happen. But,
For the first time,
who do
which
you
would be
think's gonna-
crazy.
yeah. But who do you think's gonna be the king of the North?
God, dude, I don't know. That's tough. It's definitely not Pittsburgh.
Definitely not.
I mean, I like Derrick Henry going to the Ravens was a big thing for me, but the Ravens lost like three of their O line, 3 pieces of their O line.
Do they still have Ronnie Stanley?
Yeah, but he's injury prone now. I think with his knee.
Yeah, he's very injury prone. Yeah.
Obviously you got Joe Burrow coming back, T. Higgins being upset, of course, and then obviously you got the Browns with Deshaun Watson, who you just don't want him to do well. But the team
doesn't. He really has not.
He hasn't done anything since been in Cleveland. But the big thing, but that defense in Cleveland with Jim Schwartz as their coordinator is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
It's filthy, dude. I mean, they got reigning Depoy, Myles Garrett. They got Denzel Ward on the outside. They got someone else on the outside. They're just like
disgusting.
Their defense is scary. Yeah,
their defense. If they had, I would say if they had honestly God, let's just put if they had Joe Burrow there, right? If they swapped quarterbacks, they'd be clear favorites.
They would be absolutely
clear favorites.
Joe Burrow on his current team, it can go toe to toe with Mahomes as we've seen, but you put him with that Cleveland defense, it's just a whole different level.
And even the Cleveland O line is Cleveland O line's good. Nick Chubb. Yeah. I heard Nick Chubb is back squatting after his knee injury last year.
I mean, I know his ADP in fantasy has fallen a lot. I mean, not surprising. It might not even be
he lost his knee last year.
I know he lost his knee. I mean, he might. It's tough to make a full recovery in that short a turnaround. But I mean, he was a beast. I mean, in terms of pure rushing, I think he's a top 3 running back
for sure.
He just produces year in, year out, and he just passes the eye test. So hopefully he can get back to fully healthy because he's truly one of the best players to watch with a football in his hand.
I agree, and then with Amari Cooper, they just got Jerry Jeudy on the outside. Then you got freaking Njoku,
maybe a top 3 tight end the second half of the year last year. He was crazy.
He has come up these past couple of years because I thought he was I think it was him and Noah Fant came in I think around the same time, and I was like, dang, these two might they were both doing pretty bad at first.
Yeah.
And Noah Fant obviously hasn't done anything. I don't even know what team he's on anymore.
Fant's still doing bad, yeah.
I think he might be still in Denver, but I feel like he's not in Denver anymore.
No, he's in Seattle. He was part of the Russell Wilson
show. Oh yeah. I meant Seattle, but I feel like he's not in Seattle. I feel like he went somewhere else this year.
I don't know. I know him and T.J. Hawkinson were the same class because they were the same team at Iowa.
Oh, geez,
And
Iowa.
I think Ajoko might have been like a couple years before that draft class, but
Couple years?
I think Ajoko was like 2017, and I think T.J. Hawkinson and Noah Font were like 2019.
Damn.
Wait, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. No, I'm pretty sure I'm right. But, yeah.
Yeah. So if I had to go AFC North, man, I'm gonna do it because I think the defense is now. I think you got to go Browns, especially if they do pull off the Brandon Ayuk trade. I think I'm gonna go Browns. If Deshaun Watson could I mean, obviously you don't want him. I'm not cheering for Deshaun Watson, right? Let's get that on point on the first podcast. Not Deshaun Watson fans here, but I just think that team is just overall a really, really good team, and I just think the rest of the AFC North here is not as good. I think the Browns have a very good chance at winning the whole AFC as a total as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a respectable take. I personally am going to take the Ravens. You know, you got Zay Flowers year 2. You got fully healthy Mark Andrews. You got King Henry. You know, he might not be Y2K Henry, but he's still a beast. You got Kyle Hamilton. You know,
I do like Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, you know, outside of those top 4 or 5 elite edge rushers, he's my pick for Depoy. I could totally see it. You know, the Steelers are always going to be they're always going to be there with Mike Tomlin, but they're not win the division. The Browns, you know, great defense, but you know, I'm not betting on Deshaun Watson personally.
And it's hard now.
And then you got the Cincinnati Bengals, who are a good team. Probably go 11-6. I just don't think that's good enough for the division. I think the Ravens are. I think they were the number 1 seed last year, and I don't think they're regressing. So I think they take that division this year.
Yeah, my biggest thing with the Ravens is I know they lost a couple pieces to their O-line, and I think they got the last bit of the orange out of some players last year. Like Kyle Van Noy, he had a really big year last year. I think he's nowhere near going to perform to what he did last year. Clowney, who they lost, he had 8 sacks last year or something like that. No way Clowney will. But he's not even there anymore, so that doesn't even matter. If Damon was on this, what's a Marmaduke guy who apparently is better. Yeah, apparently he's better than Aaron Donald and freaking all these other guys. I don't think he gets. Chris Jones. He thinks he's better than. I just don't think. I think what he got 16 sacks last year. I know he was up there. 13, 16.
Matabuke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was up there.
He was up there. I don't think he gets anywhere near that again. And I just, again, I think last year I squeezed everything out that they could out of some players, and I just don't see them doing that all again. So, I definitely could see all 4 teams making the playoffs, regardless, because again, that Steelers schedule at the end is rough. So.
I haven't taken a look at it, but I believe you.
Oh, dude, it's bad. It's so bad. That's definitely one of the most brutal schedules. I would say Florida Gators at number 1 for schedule for the year, and then Steelers number 2. Steelers are 2. Let's see. Let's go to the AFC West. Obviously Kansas City, right?
Yep. I mean, there's no getting cute here. The race for second's interesting. I think the Chargers come out. I mean, if you look at Jim Harbaugh, all he does is win no matter what. Seriously, every program, every team he's been at, he just wins. And you know, the Broncos with Bo Nix, I don't know about that. The Raiders with Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
I think I think we see Chiefs Kingdom continue to reign, but I think the Chargers get second in that division and make playoffs.
Yeah. Playoffs?
I think they sneak in, dude.
Playoffs?
I think they sneak in.
Dude.
I think they sneak in.
I guess, but who's he throwing the ball to?
Well, he's throwing it to Quinn Johnson. Quinn Johnson's not catching it. That's who's throwing.
Dude, I don't think they make the playoffs. I think they take a year or 2. And again, same thing, dude. I think squeezed all that they could. I don't see Khalil Mack. I don't know what he had last year. He had like 20 something sacks, 20, 21 sacks.
He did.
Yes, he did.
No way.
Look it up. Look it up. Khalil Mack.
What? Dude, the record's 22.
It's like 24. Do you have your phone, producer?
Fact check. Fact check.
Fact check. This is a fact check right now.
This is okay. Fair enough. No, dude, he didn't even have that when he won deep. Boy.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, he was up there. Khalil Mack stats.
He's probably like, I don't think he's more than 15.
Oh, okay, my bad. He had 17.
All right.
He had 17 sacks, but he literally went from. All right, so yeah, when
He had like 5 in one game.
That was the most. That was the most in his career last year. 17. You think he's doing that again? Not even close. No, dude. All right. This was his stats, right? So he, for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, was 8.5, 9, 6, 8, 17. He literally doubled last year. Thank you.
Yeah, he's an uber talented player.
No.
It has been his whole career.
Dude, no way. I would make a bet right now. Khalil Mack does not get over 10 sacks next year.
Really?
Does not even. No way.
Well, does he need to? Is a question. I
Yes.
mean, like,
because Joey Bosa can't stay healthy.
What if he does?
Come on, dude. That's like asking, like, what if the refs don't, call the holding penalty against James Bradbury against the Eagles in the Super Bowl? What happens? What if? No, we won't bring that up. We won't bring that up.
We're gonna get it.
Yeah, we won't get into
Not.
that. All right. AFC West. That's what's next? AFC South. This one's a good one.
Yeah. This is a great one.
This one's a good one.
I have my pick. You?
Who do you have?
I have the Fighting CJ Strouds. The Houston Texans win this division easily. It's not
easily?
even close.
Ooh.
Easily, dude.
All right, so
The Titans might be in the Carson Beck sweepstakes.
Damn. No, dude, I'm all in on Titans.
Really? Why?
Why?
Don't tell me because Calvin Ridley, dude.
It's all the moves. It's all of the moves. So right, they got Calvin Ridley. Obviously, they got Tyler Boyd, who is coming from Cincinnati, who is obviously where the head coach is coming from. So he knows that offense, so he can help teach Will Levis. Tony Pollard and Spears gets the 1-2 punch that because Tony Pollard can't be the main guy. We saw that last year in Dallas. But if you give him back to being like a 1-2 punch, where he's succeeded in Dallas all those years, I think Tony Pollard will be good this year. They beefed up their O-line. Obviously they got Peter Skorinski the year before. They got J.C. Latham this year, which I thought was a little bit of a reach, but regardless, a tackle.
Definitely a reach, but yeah.
I think they signed the center, Lloyd Cushenberry. Yes?
They did, yes.
So they beefed up that O-line. On the defensive ball, they traded for Ladarius Sneed. And then
that's a very, very good corner.
When they also brought in the other guy from Cincinnati.
Jesse Bates?
No. He's in Atlanta. The other cornerback, I can't think of who it is off the top of my head, but they brought in another cornerback. Awuzie.
Oh, Jajubi Awuzie.
Yep, they brought him over. And then they just signed 2 safeties this past couple weeks. They signed Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams. So,
that's right. They got Jamal Adams.
And then their second round pick was Sweat from Texas to line up next to Jeffrey Simmons. Right? Yeah.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. If Will Levis, again, if he can just doesn't have to turn the ball over, right? If he just plays, just dunks and dives, throws a couple deep balls here and there, the Titans are a sleeper team, 100%. I don't think they'll win the division, but they are definitely, I think, a wild card team. I would pick them to be in the wild card over the Chargers. 100%.
You're taking Will Levis over Justin Herbert.
100%. Will Levis has weapons. Will Levis has weapons. D-Hop, Ridley, Tony Pollard.
D-Hop's injured right now,
Yeah, but he'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, regardless, I don't see them being better than the Texans. I
No, I don't see him being.
don't.
Yeah, and I
The
don't.
Jaguars, I don't know about the Jaguars. They'll
Yeah, I
probably
don't.
go 9-8. I
Yeah,
don't
I
see them
don't.
winning a division. Colts, um, the Colts could. I mean, if
Yeah,
Christian Schmidt
I
stays healthy.
haven't seen that much from AR. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, what we have seen has been pretty good,
Yeah, in those first two games and
but
everything like that.
no, yeah, it was only like 2 games, but yeah,
Yeah,
no, he did look good.
I agree. And then I heard Adonai Mitchell is killing it over there in Indianapolis. So I would say Texans. I would go Texans. I just think the team itself is going to be is overall good. My biggest threat, my biggest fear for the Texans is Stephon Diggs. I feel like it has to be
What?
like a drama queen.
Yeah, but like, unless he has CTE like Antonio Brown, like he got what he wanted. He got it out of Buffalo.
Yeah, but
Like,
why
he's
would
not gonna-
he wanted out of Buffalo because he wasn't getting the ball really. In the second half of the year, if you look at like the second half of the year stats, it was nothing compared to like first year. And I feel like if he starts not get like if CJ Stroud starts throwing the ball to Tank Dell and Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz and Joe Mixon out of the backfield, I mean there's just too many mouths to feed, man. I don't know if Stephon Diggs is going to be cool with that.
Well, honestly, they don't even really need him to win a division. Quite frankly, I think they still win. I mean, they won the division last year without him. So, like, I mean, I
Yeah,
love Stephon Diggs. I have him in Dynasty as well as CJ Stroud. I have them both.
Jesus.
But yeah, dude, I'm fucking loaded. But yeah, I mean, if he should if get open then get open if you want the ball. Okay,
Yeah,
Stephon. So we'll see.
yeah, that's a big one. So we both going Texans with that one. We
Both
little
going
bit
Texans. Yeah.
both a little argument about the follow ups, but I definitely think Titans finish probably second. I think they just have a better roster than everyone else in that division. What else? Oh, AFC East, your team, the Patriots. Do they stand a chance this year?
Yeah, we don't have a chance, and we won't have a chance next year. But year 3, Drake May is something I will tell my grandkids about. I think that when the regime turns around, I think he will be great. I think Javon Baker will be great. I think Jalen Polk will be great. I think Gerard Mayo will stop trying to be like Belichick and be comfortable. But that's year 3. This year, I see the Dolphins taking the division.
Dolphins. This is also a tough one for me, but I think it's the year you could finally put all the chips on the Jets, man. I think it's the
You
year.
think?
I just don't see how you can doubt Aaron Rodgers, especially him not playing last year. I feel like he's definitely going to come back with that extra oomph.
You don't see how you can doubt a 41-year-old quarterback coming off a torn Achilles?
I don't. Not Aaron Rodgers. Not the way he is mentally. It's like Tom Brady mentally. Maybe like a little on the crazier side.
Nobody.
Yeah. But I'm saying but mentally he's like that. I feel like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like he has that mentality. So and they've done some good things. They got Tyron Smith from the Cowboys, who yes he can't stay healthy, but then they went ahead and drafted the kid out of Penn State, who I thought the Titans were going to draft. Don't ask me to pronounce his name because there's no way I'm going to be able to. It's like
Oh yeah, no shot.
no shot. I'm trying to think though what else. But yeah, there's they got obviously Garrett Wilson over there. Oh, there's Mike Williams. I know he's coming off an ACL, but still he's there now. Everyone puts Breece Hall in their top 10 for running backs. I don't, but apparently everyone does.
Easily top 10, dude.
Dude,
Easily.
We can get into position rankings another episode, but just I don't. Maybe it's just me. I don't see the hype around him. I mean, I watch him play, and he's good, but he's not great.
He's really good, dude.
He's not great. I just don't think he's all that in a bag of ice and whatever everyone thinks he is. But yeah, no, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets. I would love to go Bills. If Keon Coleman can be, Keon Coleman, like we watched him all last year, I'd be okay with the Bills. But I just don't trust our receiving core as well, so I gotta go Jets.
I
Let's
agree.
yeah, let's flip it over to the NFC here because might only got about 10 minutes left.
Mm,
Wrap it up. So let's do the NFC East. Obviously, Eagles, no doubt about it. They're gonna kill it. Honestly, could be another Super Bowl year. I'm very excited for it. Very hyped for it. If you can see, Eagles stuff is already being laid out in the apartment. If I know which way to go,
yeah.
so it's got to be the Eagles, man. The Cowboys got worse. Giants and Commanders, they're them. They're nothing special ever. I'm not really worried about it too much. We got a little bit of an easier schedule this year. Coaching, all that stuff has changed, so it should be a Super Bowl year. There's no doubt in my mind this year should be a Super Bowl year for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go the Eagles. I mean, there hasn't been a repeat division winner in the NFC East since like '06.
Bro,
The Cowboys won it last
yeah,
year.
it's been a while.
So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go the Eagles. I just can't trust the Cowboys and the Eagles. I don't know what happened the second half of the year.
Don't
To
talk
be
about it.
honest, I don't think anyone want to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I think Jalen Carter could be a serious decoy candidate.
For real.
That offense isn't going nowhere. They just got Saquon. I believe in Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to count him out. So
Can't.
yeah, I'll go the
Can't.
Eagles.
Go. Go Birds. Um,
Yeah,
let's see. The NFC South. This one's Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins territory now.
yeah,
But you still gotta go Bucks though. I mean, I don't. I, Atlanta has no defensive line, regardless. Um, so I'm gonna go Buccaneers. They re-signed everyone and they signed like one outside player, but I think that team coming in, it's gonna be interesting to see how Baker does this year without his offensive coordinator from last year, who's now the head coach of the Panthers. Um, but regardless, I still really like the Buccaneers and everything that they've done and that team as a whole. I think they're really a close knit group. They're like the Knicks, I would say, of the NFL, where friendship wins games. I feel like that's this team.
yeah. I mean, it's definitely tempting to pick the Falcons, but you're right. Their defense, they just have no defense, and
Nothing.
yeah, I mean, again, I'm not going to count out Baker. I think this could be a renaissance in his career. We'll see. It will be interesting to see how they do without Dave Canales, the former OC, who's now the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. But they got Rashawn White. They still got Mike Evans. Yeah, they got a good football team down in Tampa, and
Yeah, I agree.
I think they'll pull it out.
Let's save the NFC North for last because I think that one's going to be a good one. So what's the NFC West? We're going 49ers. Unfortunately, I hate
Yeah.
them.
I mean, they'll probably win the division.
Fuck.
They'll probably clinch it week 15. I mean, it's not going to be even close. I mean, if you look at the Rams,
Yeah, the Rams I would say it was close. I would say it was definitely close up to about a week or two ago. Now the Rams lost like three offensive linemen. They just lost their guard that they just signed from the Detroit Lions. They just lost another one and they lost like their center as well. And now Puka's hurt. Um, they just I know it's just training camp and all that stuff, but it will linger on. So I would it's got to be the 49ers. Rams just getting beat up by injuries already. It's not a good look.
yeah, the Seahawks, they're not on the same level
They're
as the
there.
49ers, and the Cardinals are not even close. So
Yeah.
this is a 49ers division.
Excited to see Marvin Harrison though. Of course.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. That's gonna be great.
All right, here we go. NFC North. Who are you picking?
The Detroit Lions will win it in Week 18. They are, they're coming off, they're coming off a hot season. They were a quarter away from the Super Bowl last year. But the Packers are coming. You can't ignore them. but I mean, they're just the better team. They have the bigger heart. They have the better coach, I think, and I think they're gonna take the division. How about you?
No.
You're fine. No,
It's gonna be. It's
even.
gonna be. It's got to be. Oh, God, and it's crazy. I'm gonna say this because I contradict myself. Then at the same time, it's gonna be the Packers. Um,
Hmm.
but I still think Jordan Love is a massive overpay, and I also think Jordan Love had no, in my opinion, right to even talk about a new contract since he only played good for like 8 games. Like that's to me, that's crazy. If we went out there and played 8 games in the NFL and had decent success, like we can get $55 million a year. Obviously, Jordan Love's been working at this, but that's crazy to me. 8 games. I
Well,
it's
what
like
else are you gonna do? I mean, what else are you gonna do?
I know. So that's why I contradict myself, but I can't help but think of that team now. Josh Jacobs. The receiver core gets a little bit older. I still don't really trust them that much, but they're older now. Christian Watson apparently had that handy hamstring thing in the offseason where he said one hamstring was like weighed more than the other. Did you hear about that? Pretty sure it's Christian Watson.
No,
Um,
I didn't.
Jaden Reed's over there. I like him, but I really like their defense. That young defense, and they got Xavier McKinney. So that Packers team, man, they came hot last year, and I think they were close too. They were like a quarter away from beating the 49ers in the playoffs to go into the conference championship game. So, and if we remember, the Packers beat the Lions on Thanksgiving last year.
Mm,
So
that's true.
that is
That's
my
true.
that's my big thing. So yeah, I'll have if we I would probably do Eagles as the 1 seed, Packers as the 2, 49ers as the 3, Bucks as the 4. 5 would probably be the Lions, 6 Cowboys, 7 Falcons. Yeah, 7 Falcons. I'm gonna take them over the Bears. I don't think the Bears make it. I mean I like the Caleb Williams and that train over there, but Kirk Cousins has been in the league longer. That offense is actually nasty. I think Kirk Cousins can win them games more so than Caleb Williams would win the Bears games.
No, I can argue with that.
So you like all that?
Oh, the last part. I mean, yeah, I kind of forget what your entire list was, but yeah, I go 49ers 1, Lions 2, Bucks 4, the Eagles 3, Bucks 4, and then yeah, Packers. Who was your 16?
6 was Cowboys.
Yep, Cowboys, and then honestly, I'm gonna put the Bears 7. I think they sneak in
All
over the
right.
Falcons,
All right.
but pretty similar.
So then AFC here as we wrap this up here. First seed's gonna be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Second will be Texans. Third will be Browns. What's the other division? Oh, and then 4 would be Jets. Yeah, that's good. 5 would be Bills. 6 would be Miami. 7 would be Tennessee. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. I like that.
Okay, we don't got much time, but I'll go Chiefs. I'll go Texans also. I'll go Ravens. And then what's the other division? Oh, I'll go Dolphins. And then I'll go Jets 5, Chargers 6, and then Bengals 7.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps it up. Again, we're just those football guys. Love talking about football. See you next week.
Peace.